Oh, we gotta turn some of these lights off. When you come over here, can you turn some of these lights off? The living room lights. You know how they like flat. What is that? You got to deliver?
No, it's in the car.
Oh. What the hell? Oh my God. Even though DoorDash does have liquor delivery in some states. And they're working on cannabis. No. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Let's just go ahead and post this real quick. What's up, you guys? We are live on Bradley Party of Six's YouTube channel. Come over, join us for the conversation. We got a good one today. All right. How y'all been doing? Okay, girl. It's your first one? We've been doing them all year. We've been consistent too. We've been on a roll. We have been on a roll. I need to link our channel. Kashira, Sherry, how are you? Welcome. Let me find our link for this so I can go ahead and link this. Whitney, I'm so happy you joined. Why did we just go to the P.O. box today, Whitney? You got to tell us when stuff like that is in the P.O. box. I said, I have your card in the box right over here. And I was like, I'm going to have to ask you what you sent me so we can order some more. So we can order some and taste them. Because I don't think, Mark said, how long do they last? Because I don't think, I think it's been like a month. So, yeah, we just went. I said, oh my God, I feel so bad. Y'all, if you got to tell us, because we don't be on, it's not like we have a lot of mail coming to the P.O. box, so we only go every so often. So we literally just went today.
She tell us like 3 weeks ago.
What did she tell us?
In one of our chats. And I think on the channel she said it. She sent us something and we just...
Well, Mark said he saw it. I didn't see it. I just want to let you know. I did not see it and did not know.
To the P.O. box and you said, yeah, we do. And we just never made it.
Well, I just needed to go. I didn't know anything was in there. Did we talk about it?
We did. Yes, we did. I said we need to send something. We gotta go pick it up.
I really don't think we did.
We did.
You're making that up.
I'm not making that up.
Oh my God, we went this morning because we were looking for a tailor because we had some clothes tailored. And I was like, man, we ain't been to the P.O. box in a while. Let's go to the P.O. box. And yeah.
Open the door, don't close it back.
She said I'll make it last up to 6 weeks. I'm gonna unpackage it.
It came on the 20th.
But she said the yarn is fresh now though.
We ordered some more.
That's what I said. I told her, I said, we're gonna order some. Hold on, I'm about to grab them so y'all can see this cute packaging. Yeah, I was like, now we done left this woman's stuff in the P.O. box, and she was nice enough to send us something. So you guys, Whitney has a small business.
You left the car?
I must have left the card in the car. Probably in the Hyundai, but I'll just tell her to put her Instagram on here. Yeah. Whitney, add your Instagram to the chat. Whitney has a small business, you guys, and she sent us some cookie. Well, I'm guessing they're cookies. I haven't opened the box. Were they brownies? Yeah. Whitney Sweets. And she sent them to us, so obviously they can be shipped. I'm just talking for you. I hope they can be they let you ship them. If you don't, just let everybody know. Look, I'm just advocating for her. They're actually still kind of soft. They're actually still kind of soft. This is, y'all gotta see this. It's packaged so nicely. Oh my God, the kids would love these.
I still don't eat one. So she said 6 weeks.
Try it. You about to put it on, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was in the middle of doing it and then I messed up. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you. We appreciate you so much. If y'all like, we've gotten a few cards in the mail and I've gotten a few cards, y'all. We appreciate that so much. Not saying you have to send us anything, but if you do decide to, it's so appreciated because you definitely don't have to. Oh my God, you sent us 8 of these? All right. Let's see. They're actually, they're actually still, I feel like the outside is a little hard because they've been sitting for a few weeks, but the inside is actually still kind of moist.
Yeah, you always like take up the host.
Oh my God. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. She said pop them in the microwave for about 10 seconds. I'm going to do that.
Let's get this adjusted here.
Why do I gotta come here and touch stuff?
Because you don't never have the stuff all set up right.
Whatever.
Need a haircut.
The kids are going to love these. Thank you so much. Hey, Dawn, Tiffany, Rochelle. Hey, girl. Erica. Thank you guys for joining. Tammy. Those are actually pretty good. Put it in the microwave. Put these in them kids' lunch. Yeah. They would love them. They would love these. Our kids love them some sweets. That was good. You sent them to me. I'm on a diet now, Whitney. So I'm probably gonna give most of those away, but I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna eat this one. So how y'all been? We are well, I am. I don't know what he drinking. I'm trying today this 19 Crimes Martha's Chard, however you say that. I haven't seen this everywhere in all the stores. So I saw this a few weeks ago and I was like, I gotta try it. Y'all know they got the Snoop, so I tried the Snoop. So now we're gonna try the Martha. Snoop's was red. Martha's looks like it's a white.
Here we go with this again.
What? I did it last time.
Okay, you're gonna get it right.
You just why you always gonna talk about me? This is right?
Oh my God, what is you doing?
Oh, I did it. Was I not doing it right?
Oh my God. You didn't broke then?
I think I just broke it, y'all.
Oh my God, dude.
Ain't that what you're supposed to do?
Move.
I don't know why I have such a tough time with this wine opener. Me and this wine opener just don't be getting along. That thing was just loose. I didn't just break it now.
Okay.
I was doing it right.
Okay.
Whatever.
Go your top. I don't know what you be doing, dog.
Oh, goodness. Rochelle said we have y'all or their quarterback.
Where we at?
Let's see that you guys got our quarterback.
Do y'all really want him though? I feel like we like the bastard child team now because we took him because of all these allegations. Even though he was second grand jury that said he will not be charged with any criminal crime. So
Who that quarterback?
Remember the guy I've been talking to you about who got the 22 cases of with the massage therapist? Yeah, we traded. Not only did we trade for him, I mean, he's a top 5 quarterback in the league, top 10. Not only did we trade for him, we gave up a lot of picks, but then we gave him like the largest guaranteed contract in NFL history.
Oh.
5 years, $230 million.
Well, we must like him.
Yeah, the only thing is it's coming up against a lot of obviously outrage because he's facing 22 civil suits for like gross sexual conduct, and then that kind of like.
Well, the Browns clearly don't care.
Well, that's kind of like the NFL is kind of looking like, how can you give somebody facing all these allegations all this money? And the Browns obviously don't care. I mean, we've been looking for.
We gotta win.
We've been looking for a quarterback for a long time. So that's what me and Will was all down here talking about last week for the first 2 hours. 2 hours of the 10 hours he was here.
I don't be listening to y'all. Yeah, his friend was over here from. It was like
6 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. last Friday.
Talking shit about nothing. Oh, thank you. We did a little filming today, so I filmed my April reset today. So you guys will be seeing that video soon. So I had to film. So I do my makeup. I did makeup all week. I started my new job this week, y'all. Started my new job on Monday.
Kinda.
What do you mean, kinda? Was I not working all week?
No, you were not.
Yes, I was. I started my new job on Monday. And it's been such a good week. That dishwasher is so
Who started it?
Mari, I think. But it's been such a good week. Just kind of getting to know everything. And obviously when you start your new job, you know, the first week of your new job it's like slow because you don't know what you're doing. And then I'm off next week because we're going somewhere. So it's like, yeah, you know, the first week is always just really slow. So it's been really slow, but it's just been good learning about the company and all that stuff. It's been cool. Oh, thank you, Rochelle. Did I buy this wig? I think I bought this one from Eunice Hair. It's one of those V-part wigs, so no leave out, and you just kind of clip it on your braids. I like this one because it's easy. Oh, thank you, Whitney. We appreciate it. We appreciate it so much. It is fully remote, so no going into the office at all. So I'm gonna give y'all the insider scoop. Everybody who missed live won't get to see it until for a couple of weeks. But the company that I'm working for is DoorDash. So I'm working for DoorDash corporate in their HR department, of course, and their headquarters is in San Francisco. So my entire team is remote. Like some of them are in Arizona, some of them are in Cincinnati. Like they're all over the map. I think somebody is from like North Carolina. They're seriously all over. There's a California. So there's no office. We all work from home. So completely, fully remote, nowhere to go at all during the day, which is a little scary. I'm not going to lie. I've never had a fully remote job. Y'all know my last job, I was kind of going in when I wanted to, but it was still, there was somewhere to go sometimes, you know, but now there's literally nowhere to go ever. So
you go to Starbucks.
I mean, to an office. Oh, you mean to work?
Yeah.
I could. I feel like that sounds good in theory, but then you got your whole like office set up.
Nobody works at Starbucks.
I actually did do it once remember we was living with my parents.
Yeah, but that's because
before we moved.
You needed somewhere to go.
So it's like I have done it once, but it's like I have my whole little setup here.
I need the 3 screens.
That's where it's to the point you got your screens, you got your whole setup, your stuff works right, and then to take it all down, take it to Starbucks, bring it home.
I just feel like I can't be as, what's the word I'm looking for? productive with just a laptop. Like I feel like if I just got a laptop, I'm only shooting off emails. I can't be doing really anything.
But maybe it's a light day. Maybe it's a Friday and you don't have much to do and you're like, oh, I'll go work from Starbucks for the morning and then take the afternoon off. I could see myself maybe doing that in the summertime or working from the deck.
Because I'm gonna be here.
So we can go together.
I'm not doing
that. I forgot you're a remote man now. A little bit.
I don't know what to say.
A little bit.
Excuse me. Go 3 days a week.
Not as cool as
you're not I don't mind going to the office because you're a loud office mate.
No.
You are a loud
Every time he
mate.
is on the phone, it is like his voice carries and it is so loud. Like so loud. And I'm like, what the?
At least I'm working. You be loud, just scrolling and watching and talk. We just be sitting here, y'all. I'd be literally, she don't know what I'm doing. She just start randomly. So yeah, I was thinking, like if I do this video and I go ahead and shoot this,
you ain't doing nothing.
She just start talking like I'm in the middle.
He gotta have on the radio. He gotta have on the radio.
Radio like a volume 1 with some soft R&B playing in the background. Some soft R&B in the background. Just so the killer did, because she like
we gonna need separate offices.
That's cool with me because you, like I said, you just be like, so yeah. And then I could be like in the middle of typing. She just start talking. She don't care what I'm doing, what she has to be said needs to be heard. And I want to say it. I'm like, dude, I am literally in the middle of doing something right now.
Whatever. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not sweet, but it's not like super dry. It's really not. It's actually pretty good. It's a nice, I don't really know how to explain wine, but I've had much drier wines. Does it have a...
Oh, you don't know how to taste all the...
I don't. I need to.
The amber.
I need to become a master sommelier. I don't
think they do that with $6 wines, though.
First of all, this bottle cost me $10. It wasn't $6. You know what? When you get on camera, you start acting brand new. Man, I don't like it.
I just was saying, like, I don't think you can do those type of taste tests with that kind of wine.
Whatever. It's a Chardonnay. Oh, Chardonnay. Martha Chard, duh. So it's a Chardonnay. So it's not super dry. We get on camera, you just start acting brand new.
I just was saying, I mean, you can do... I'm just not that wine. Not that wine. Not the wine.
This was $10.
Not the one you drink. That wine you drinking last night. How much did that cost?
That one was $3. That's why my stomach was hurting. We had some. We tried some.
Not weed.
You opened it.
Yeah, and I just I drank one glass of it. I was like, I ain't drinking that no more.
It was called Caramel Apple Moscato. I only bought it because it's on sale for $3.99, right? But it was called Caramel Apple Moscato by the brand Magic Hour, and it hurt, like my stomach was hurting like half the night. Like, I don't know. And I love sweet wine, so it wasn't that it was sweet. I think it was just I don't know. It's already sounded weird. I should have never bought it.
Congratulations. That's awesome. So happy for you. I love being fully remote. Congrats, CC. Thanks. That's such a cool job. You have unlimited PTO with them too, right?
I sure do. I could never go back.
So let's talk about it. I feel like it's weird because, like, I don't feel like with unlimited PTO and the fully remote thing, like, I haven't even thought about like calling off or taking a day off because I feel like there's no point. I don't know. Obviously, you've been doing this for longer than me, but I feel like I'm gonna get my work done. I don't need to tell my boss like, "Hey, I don't feel good today."
So that's what I've had. This is going on my 4th year having unlimited PTO, and it's in the first few years. I mean, we weren't fully remote like after the pandemic. So before the pandemic, I would work from home on Fridays and maybe one other random day during the week. But it was still nice because it was like, okay, well, if I just want to take a day off, unless I just really wanted to be completely unplugged, I didn't really have to do it because, like you said, I'm working remote. I can just kind of block my calendar for the day because that's what I used to do all the time. I used to just block my calendar for the day and be like, okay, I'm really off. But if they need me, if someone calls or someone emails and it's urgent, I'll answer. But I'm really off for the day. And that's really what I would do. And I mean, obviously probably what I would do here. Like I had a conversation with my boss and just like the second day, and she's like, look, if you want to take a long lunch, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me if you need to run out and get your kids. I don't need to know all that. If you're going to be out for the day, then obviously you need to let me know. But if you just have a doctor's appointment or something like that, I don't need to know any of that. You know what I'm saying? Just get your work done. She's like, I don't care what hours you work, get your work done, and that's that. So if I get all my work done, Monday through Thursday, Friday come and ain't really much else to do, and I want to take a half day off or a day off, it's like you don't really have to use the PTO for that, I guess. So I don't know.
I feel like it's making me I feel more productive because I kind of like wake up every day, and it's not like, I feel like, not that it was wasted time in the office, but I feel like
because it was.
But I could not here. I wake up every day. And I wake up and I'm like, boom, I know exactly what I need to get done today. And if I get this done today, unless something else pop up, I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. Like I'm going to be super productive today. And I go looking for work.
That is nice to be able to go like work out in the middle of the day and do that stuff. Like, man, just thinking about the way we worked. And I know some jobs were fully remote, but just thinking about the way we worked before the pandemic is crazy. Because it just wasted time. Like just sitting in the office, it was just wasted time sitting there. And now, like I don't have to. I can spend all of my after 5 time with my family if I can spend that traditional lunch break, technically going to work out instead of going to the gym after work or going to the grocery store or taking something back, like running an errand. If I can do all that during work time and don't have to do it after work. And it also makes me not mind if somebody emails me at 7:00 and I'm like, oh, let me jump on and answer this email. I can answer this quick question. I don't mind doing that because I was able to get some of my time back during the day. It's just,
it makes me even more productive. I know you don't go to the office anymore, but it makes me more productive on my office days. Like I go to the office like 2 days a week, and I'm like, one of the days is our collaborative day. Literally, I'm in office. I go to meetings. Like I'm actually going into meetings with people, couple of meetings a day with actual people. So it's pretty cool. But then the other day, I'm kind of there, and I'm like, CC not there. So it's just me, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be here from 8 until 4. I'm just about to, or 9 until 4, 9 until 5. I'm just about to knock out the day. Like I get a ton of work done that day, and then the rest of the week, I kind of like she said, I can jump on a call, I can wash some laundry, I can do this, I can jump on a call, I can straighten up the room, and then do some more work.
Yeah, it's really cool. Mark, are you still enjoying the new job?
I am thoroughly just entrenching myself in it. I'm trying to learn as much as possible. He doesn't know it yet, but I got a mentor. But yeah, I'm learning as much as possible. I feel like I got a life to an extent again. Like it was weird. It's weird because I haven't been like this in 5 years. So it's like she said, I'm in the gym, I'm working out. I'm able to cook more. It doesn't feel like a task to have to rush home and cook. It's like, all right, it's 4:00. I'm gonna start cooking dinner. We were at 4 or 5 o'clock. We even, to the point I was just joking with CC today, like we got into a kind of groove where dinner is done by like 6:45. We put on the nightly news and then watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy and get the kids ready for bed. Like playing with the kids a lot more. It's just, everything is just really in a good space right now.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. It's a Chardonnay. Yeah. I figured that out. So my job is 2-11. Won't ever go back. Oh my gosh. I know. I could never, even when I would see jobs pop up on Indeed, if they said on site, I was like, yeah, no, I can't do it. Absolutely not. I could never, ever, ever. I don't mind going back to a hybrid work environment, but I could never, ever, ever work in the office 5, 4. I think even 3 days a week is a lot. Like 2 days I could live with, but having the freedom to pick and choose, that's what I love.
Have y'all seen the movie Master on Prime yet? It's starring Regina Hall. No.
Have you seen the preview?
I haven't even seen the preview. Oh. I haven't seen that pop up. What movie been popping up on Amazon to tell us? I can't remember. Nothing though. I don't think. What are we watching? CC watching some Mexican drama. And
it's on Netflix. It's called Dark Desire. Has anyone watched it? It is so good. And Dario is so cute. Anybody, y'all watch this show. And it's all in, like, they're speaking Spanish, but it's like a English voiceover, so you don't even know.
I can't even watch that.
But it's not even bad. I didn't notice it to the end of this first episode. I was like, is this off somehow? But it was just because they're speaking Spanish. But it's really not like you can. Your son is at it again. You can hardly tell though. I swear, it is so good. Oh, what's this movie about?
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, what is this about? 3 women strive to find their place at a prestigious New England university that may disguise something sinister. Is that Harvard? Is that what? Yeah, we gotta check that out. But yeah, Dark Desire on Netflix, so good. I'm on season 2 right now. I just finished season 1 last night. I've been binging the hell out of that. What else we've been watching? Sisters on BET. Waiting on Abbott Elementary to come back. I think that comes back next week. What else? We watching anything else?
We finished. I think we talked about that. We finished. I think that was a couple weeks ago. We finished Inventing Anna.
Yeah, we finished Inventing Anna. Did we finish it 2 weeks ago?
I think so. I think that was on the last slide we talked about it.
So we did finish Inventing Anna. That was really, really, really good. What else? Anything else?
Haven't really watched much TV, crazy enough.
Those have been what we've been watching. But Dark Desire, man, it's good, y'all. Drag me kicking and screaming. I know that's right. I could never. Gas prices. Don't even get me started about the daggone gas prices. They $4 here too. 4 plus. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, 14 is like the average I'm seeing now.
It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy.
I'm gonna have a conversation with him. I'll be back.
Y'all know the drill. Here we go again. MJ is up there just hollering like a crazy person every night. Off for 2 months. Oh yeah, you had your surgery. I'm guessing since you're saying you ready to go back to work, everything went well. That is great. Good girls. We have to finish watching Good Girls. I think it's the final season, ain't it? Because we've watched all the other seasons up to the last one. So we got to finish watching it. It just, me and Mark talk about it all the time. It just got so stressful. It was like every single episode, they was about to die. Like, what's his face was about to kill them like every single episode. And he stops because he loves old girl. But it's like, goodness gracious. It's so stressful. Good Girls is so stressful to watch, but I've invested in the first, what's it been, 3 seasons, 4 seasons? I can't stop. Like, I have to see it through now. Absolutely have to see it through. I saw a report today that season 4 actually just started production too. So we'll probably won't see that until the beginning of next year, but they just started production today. So that's going to be really good. You go back after your 12 weeks. So that's how I felt about Manifest. I feel like we didn't get anywhere. Oh my God.
It's coming back.
I know, but we was talking about, I was talking about how stressful Good Girls was to watch. Stressful, yeah. But and then she said that's how she felt about Manifest. She felt like, and we didn't. They never answered the question, what happened to the damn plane?
If not only did they not answer, because that's one of the reasons. At first, I was about to give up on the show. We talked about that on live before. But I think they had to bring it back because of the way they ended that last season with the pilot appearing in the airplane at the end of the season who had went. I told you that he went missing, and you were like, "No, he didn't. He died." And I was like, "No, he went.
So where that lady at? He took with him.
Well, we don't know. That's what I'm saying. But that man was convinced that something happened in that area. And you like he died.
Yeah, because they was all. I know he was convinced because they was all blaming him.
Yeah. He was like, I did exactly what I was supposed to do. He was like, I'm about to read. He like the same storm that was coming. It's coming again. I'm going out there. And he took that lady who was blaming him, tied her ass up, threw her in the back of that plane, and then pops back up at the end. I'm like, oh, they gotta give us the answers. Even if they don't do nothing but wrap up the show, they gotta give us some answers.
Yeah. Got a new job a couple weeks ago. I'm grateful for having that happens. I've been there. I have been there. I worked at one of the local colleges here as an HR manager, and I was happy I got in because it gave me the title I wanted. But probably day 2, I was like, I think I made a mistake. I shouldn't be here. And I was out of there 6 months later. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying you got to do it, but you got to do what you got to do. Don't feel like you got to stay somewhere because you made that decision. Oh, back to work tomorrow. Well, good luck. Yes, P-Valley.
Oh, that's what
cannot wait for P-Valley.
Have they announced they coming back?
She just said it's September.
Oh, God.
Yeah, definitely been like 10 years.
It feel like that was because that happened during the middle of we watched that show in the
late 2020. I want to say
in the pandemic.
Was we down in the valley where the girls get naked.
That's the only. It's not many times that I co-sign somebody beating up their mama, but her mama deserved to get beat up.
I'd have whipped my mama's ass. I'd have whipped mama's ass.
Not many times I'll be like, you should beat up your mama, but mama had that ass whooping coming.
Yeah, I'd have went to jail over mama that day.
And she tried to sign off like she ain't do nothing wrong. Like, oh, I'm doing this
Not
for us.
only did she steal her money, but then she used the same money to buy her building.
The building that she was trying to buy.
Yeah, mama was fucked up. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Wanda. Wanda complimented my brows. It was a good brow day today. Y'all hear MJ?
He just stole that vitamin from me just to still act crazy.
And now you have to scream. September 4th.
All right.
Isn't that like Labor Day or something?
Is that Stars? We just went through the whole fight with Stars, and now we got to get Stars back.
That's probably why we had it. I forgot we had it. We was paying Amazon Prime. What was we paying?
Stars and Discovery.
Some Discovery Plus, some other channel that we didn't even know we had. And we was paying about $40-something a month for these channels. I had no idea we were paying it until a couple months ago. And
that was a month ago when I did that deep dive on our income.
Been paying it for about a year, and I had no idea. $40 a month, just down the drain. Stop watching You, but then it ended like that. I'm back hooked. Yep, they started production on You today. We probably won't see it till the beginning of the year, but they started.
How do he? Well, I know he over in another country.
He was in Paris.
Yeah, I don't even know how he come back from that. I mean,
because he supposedly died.
Yeah, I don't know even how he come back from that. We're gonna see. I feel like You has reached a point where I don't know if I'm gonna be like the story. Like you ever a show, you feel like it's a perfect time to get out. Like it's some shows that be like, all right, it was a good show, it ran its course. Now it's time to get out. And I feel like some shows don't know when it's time. Like we'll see. We'll see.
It's so good.
But I just don't know. I'm gonna be interested to see how they twist this. Cause like I said, some shows go too long. Like I feel like Scandal went a season too long. I feel like what's another show that went a season too long? I feel like if you're gonna do it, you should do it like what's her name? Issa Rae. Like you should leave people wanting more. Like I can't believe it's over. Not like okay, it's time for the show to be over.
I'm still sad about that. I'm still sad about Insecure. Stole her damn money. Yeah, I'd whoop mama's ass. No, I have not watched Force. Where is that? On Netflix?
Empire. I gave up on Empire. We gave up on Empire. Like
It was a while
after
ago.
it's been way longer. We gave up on Empire back when the girl from what's the one show I was watching? All American was like still like on her rise.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we gave up on that show. We gave up on that show before Jesse Smollett did all of the craziness he did to try to stay relevant on the show.
Well, they kicked him off after that, but we have been.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. He was getting ready to get kicked off. That's why he did that's why he did that publicity stunt, so they wouldn't kill him off. Yeah.
The How to Get Away with Murder went too long. They had to kill everybody.
How to Get Away with, and not only did it go too long, but then it was like I feel like some shows should leave people like they like wrapped it up like in like 2 minutes at the end, like going from her like
with Annalise funeral.
And then her getting married to the being gay, and they growing old together, and yeah, I feel like How to Get Away with Murder. That was another stressful show. It's like, well, damn, how many situations y'all got to get out of?
I know. I should have never took Annalise's class. They should have left that woman alone. Oh goodness.
I feel like when you got that many, like what's that called? 6 degrees of separation, 60 or 6 degrees of separation.
I don't think it's 6.
Is it
6 degrees of separation? Is it?
I can't
maybe it is 6.
But when you got that many ones where it's like, oh, this ties into this, and this person is connected here, and it's like, that's like I go back to that damn TV, the other show we was watching, that black show that you had me watching, where all them people is connected by 6 degrees of separation. The monogamy.
Oh, monogamy. Yeah. Monogamy was good. Oh, Force's Tommy show? No.
We had not yet. We ain't even finished Power Book 2. We ain't even watched Power Book 2 yet.
Yeah.
I watched what's that? Was it BLM? B
whatever you want, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
BLM, Black Lives Matter?
No, I can't remember. Was it
BMF.
BMF, yeah. I watched that by myself. She didn't watch it. She would like get into parts of it when I had it on upstairs, but yeah, she was like, we talked about that on the live too. She's like, I can only watch so many gangster shows. So
I can't. I gotta protect my mental. Insecure ended off right. I could have went another 2-3 seasons of Insecure, but she left us. I'm excited to see what Issa Rae is gonna do next. I really am. I cannot wait to see Issa Rae's name next.
I'm so with Tasha.
What? Tasha? What happened with Tasha? Oh, every Tyler Perry show.
Facts on top of facts on top of facts on top of facts on top of facts.
No. Look, I don't know that the season goes too long. I think some of the episodes and scenes go too long.
Now when I say that to her, she's be like,
I didn't say no. I never said that. I said I know what you're saying. I think some of the scenes, not the episodes even, but the scenes. It's like they like drag out the scenes for like
not a scope. No. Like right, minutes too long. Minutes too long.
It do.
Minutes too long.
It do. They do. They drag out the scenes just too long. Where it could be like the conversation could be wrapped up a lot quicker, and it's like the show only covers. It'd be like 2 weeks of time, like 5 seasons
like
covers 2 weeks of time.
Every episode should be like 30 minutes long. Like it could, if they just got tighter on the writing, every episode could be 30 minutes long.
Yeah, Tyler Perry do be acting a fool. I've heard good things about Euphoria. Oh, watch Force. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to get into it.
That was the one I was the most excited about seeing was the Tommy one.
Tommy and Chi-Town.
But everybody was.
Didn't go to Chicago or California?
All my Facebook friends, Facebook. I feel like I already feel like I know what happened on Power Book 2 because Facebook tell everything.
Yeah, didn't they say what's his name died?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You want me to tell you?
No. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's only but so many what's his name.
Okay, well, that's cool. I don't want to know what you're talking about. Because I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't want you to tell me. Because I'm going to watch it, and I don't want you to tell me.
They told us already on Facebook.
That's cool. Oh, y'all want to know? Y'all, we just talk about something funny. We was watching the original Power. Cece was scrolling one day and she saw the ending. Somebody had told the ending. And she was super sorry. She's like, "You want me to tell you?" I'm like, "No, why would I want you to know? I don't want you to."
I didn't see the ending to the show. I saw the ending. I saw when the sister died, didn't I? I think I saw when the sister died. When the daughter got killed. That's what I saw.
I can't remember.
I don't think I didn't see the show's ending because I didn't know. I saw the daughter die.
Issa Rae. Where we at? Where's
BMF was juicy.
It was a good. It was a pleasantly, surprisingly good show. It was actually. 50 Cent had been hyping that show for a while, so I was like, I gotta see it. And it was but they got real actors on there. They got the one dude from what's the California place that was like we thought right the Black Beverly Hills. He on there, the dad. He the dad on here.
Oh yeah.
He's been on a bunch of stuff, but they got real actors on the show, so it's Issa Rae.
The Black Beverly Hills. Lincoln Heights.
Oh no! What am I thinking about?
I don't know. It's from like
what
Lincoln
show
Heights.
Yeah, but Lincoln Heights. What is the BT had that show? I don't know why I was thinking about
Baldwin
Hills.
He wasn't on the damn Baldwin Hills. Power Book 2 is filming season 3. Okay, get to read Keeping a Job.
Issa Rae is a hip hop show coming out too. Issa Rae gonna have her. I feel like we're gonna see Issa Rae on a lot in the next coming years. So
she's gonna just like hit us with shit. I feel like
the actors and sisters are. Let's talk about that. I'm trying to think if there's a good actor or actress on Sisters.
The only person I really love is Fatima.
Fatima's dope.
She's the only person I really love. I feel like DeVal is getting better.
His character. With him and Fatima on stage presence.
I think they're getting they've made it better, but I feel like Andy's not that great.
I feel like DeVal's character in the beginning when he had them long drawn out episodes in the airport. I was like, what is we doing here?
Yeah,
that's what made me I was about to give up on that show. I was like, I can't do this.
But yeah,
Andy sucks. Her character sucks. She not only does her actress is not that great, but her character sucks. The girl who owns the hairdresser, she sucks.
She's exhausting. Leave that man alone. He don't want you, girl.
Her friend is messy bad.
Danny, okay.
No, I'm talking about the friend, her receptionist.
The receptionist. She's another because she was in If Loving You Was Wrong at the end.
The one I hate the most, I didn't feel like it's just her writing, is the one who the gay dude who don't know he gay. What's her name?
Oh, that's not Danny. That's I forgot, but yeah,
she's the worst of all of them. I could definitely deal with her. If she just fell off the show tomorrow, she went into her apartment and never came back, I would be okay. Danny
be cracking me up when she called him the panty man. Though.
Yeah, Danny is surprisingly becoming my favorite of the four. When I first started, I did not like her that much, but she's surprisingly becoming. It's like Fatima and then her is my favorite characters.
I love Fatima.
Yeah.
Love Fatima. Tariq is bad. He always is a mess. Tariq, the reason everybody in mess.
Yeah, always.
Oh, Bel Air. We have not started watching Bel Air yet.
Our goal, I think we talked about that in the last live too. Our goal is to let the show go its course, and then we're gonna binge it. That's what
they need the Bel Air on TV One and or BT. I refuse to get another stream. I feel it. I mean, it's about they making it so you're like, oh, I'm getting off of cable. But by the time you get all these streaming services, it's to the point where you're gonna be paying just as much, if not more.
CC ain't never heard of Captain Planet. Y'all ever heard of Captain Planet? So it was like a meme going around where it was the Captain Planet, all of the characters from Captain Planet, and it was Hulu, BET Plus, Netflix, Disney Plus, or something else, and with all these prices combined, I equal cable, and that's basically where we are.
Basically, DeVal is a bad actor.
DeVal is a bad actor. I agree.
I I need to see him on. I want to see him on something else. We started following him on Instagram before he got on Sisters. Him and Kadena on Instagram, and I love them on. I love them as, and maybe it's just in my head because that's where I first saw them as, but as this like couple, they reminded me so much of me and Mark, like as this kind of, I love them as this couple. I love their podcast. I love them and their like husband and wife and family dynamic. And that could be me in my head, but I'd love to see him in something maybe non-Tyler Perry written to see how that would be. Because I feel like seeing them, like, because I know him and Kadeen used to do like some of the live shows. I feel like they would be so good and have so much chemistry together in like a live podcast type of show.
I feel like Tyler Perry's writers.
I feel like if I could see him on something that's not Tyler Perry, that's where I would judge. I don't want to judge him off of this because I love him so much and I just love their family. So I don't want to judge him off of this.
I feel like Tyler Perry is writing his checks. I feel like
Tyler Perry is. He's been in, I don't know, he's in like 3 or 4 Tyler Perry shows right now. Just right now. He's in like 3 or 4 of them. So I would love to see him kind of branch out of that eventually. And, you know, we'll see how that goes because I feel like the potential is there. I don't know.
Because
maybe he's better in more of a reality type series.
Because when he was doing, that's where I fell in love with him. And I would show her like little things that he would do because he would talk about obviously sex with his wife and having all this, like, so it's kind of the zone and the space that I feel like me and Cece occupy. I feel like they are occupying the space that is not really out there in per se YouTube. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. So that's where, but his character is getting better. It was really bad in the beginning, but it's gotten better.
Gary is a nut. Yeah, Gary. I mean, Gary. Yes, Gary's a nut, but Gary out here buying $3 million condos and Rolls Royces filled with designer bags. I mean, all these men are nuts. Hey, at least Gary offering something. Look,
the whole show is like.
I was like, goodness gracious.
The whole show like.
They talking about.
You got Gary buying all this stuff. You got the man chasing the woman who want the man who with another woman.
But they talking about Gary. Her friends be talking about Gary. Yeah, they men ain't doing shit either. Like, look.
Well, no, the white boy was actually trying to do right by her.
No, he was. That was Danny acting crazy.
Yeah, he was trying to do right by her.
That was Danny acting crazy. So I prefer to binge shows. Same here. I hate waiting another week for a show.
That's what we was like, because that's when we like Abbott Elementary. I thought we was far enough along that we could start watching it. Now we kind of like, whoa, I don't want to watch this show anymore until we can just run right through it. That's even like we purposely fall behind on like Grownish so we can watch like 10 episodes, 11 episodes straight of Grownish and stuff like that, because I don't want to wait 6 months to watch another season of a show.
That he's not on nothing else. That's the problem. I think it is too. I would need to see him. Harlem. Oh, Harlem was so good. I cannot wait for season 2. I watched it in one day also. I cannot wait for season freaking 2. Well, you better catch up before it come back on.
I'll just watch the second season.
It was good. I'll watch it again. He was in Power when?
Who?
DeVal.
I don't remember. Maybe he had a quick role.
She said very small.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being in Power. And DeVal lost me when he was talking about Kadeem pressuring him to get married. When was that?
They always talk about that stuff. He's talked about that stuff. I don't think, but he be like, that's one of the things that I love about them, which is part of the reasons why one of the reasons that I feel like we relate so much to them, because they are so like open and honest about their relationship, about like hell he talked about how he presented her like they was about to have an open relationship because she wasn't in this.
I do remember him saying that.
They was about to have an open relationship because she wasn't into having sex as much as he was. And yeah, I mean, like I said, that's the thing that I love about them is like one of the things that I feel like y'all love so much about us is that they are very open and honest about their relationship, their marriage, and their growth within their relationship and their marriage. And that's one of the things that we relate to with them, especially when we talk about y'all, because marriage and relationships are not easy. And anybody who comes on here like everything is sunny and roses, like, because every time I think about that, I think about Cece's old track friend who was dating Lamar Odom, who was like what's her name?
We was my friend.
Oh well, I thought y'all was friends. I'm sorry. No. Anyway, but they were like, she had like they were like this. She was like writing, like posting on Instagram about ways to better your relationship, and they had only been together for like a few months. What was it, like 3 months, 4 months?
It was something like that. And they was charging people for relationship shit
advice, and it was like painting this picture like everything was sunshine and roses, and then like 5 months later, she talking about he was abusing her, and like be wary of people who act like relationships are easy and marriage is easy and everything it took to get here was easy. Like Cece get on my nerves 2-3 times a week. I'm sure I piss her off 2-3 times a week. We have a conversation about it, and we sleep on it, and we wake up after we get through the weirdness in the morning. We good, but no relationship is perfect, and that's one of the things that I can say all that to come back to us. One of the reasons that we love Kadeem and DeVal.
It's true, because like I hear them talk, and they just be like, it's like everything they say, and obviously not everything, but a lot of the stuff they say, it is like, man, I've thought about that, or I felt that way before, or we went through that too. And sometimes it's just nice to hear. It's just nice to hear other people. Not that you want to hear people going through it, but it's just nice to hear other couples say, oh my God, we felt that way too, or we went through that too. Because a lot of times, which is the whole reason we actually started this channel, because a lot of times you don't know what other people are going through. You know what I'm saying? So, and nobody wants to ask if you feel like you're the only person going through it. Hey, have you ever, went through this, I don't know, bad sexual experience with your husband, anything, have you ever argued about sex with your husband? Have you ever done this or done that? Nobody wants to, I don't want to just come out and ask that if I don't think you went through that and I'm already feeling alone. So it's nice to hear other couples share that.
Which one of the reasons why we did Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley, kind of to be a more relatable like topic, because in our vlogs we kind of not sunshine and roses, because we talk about some of the ups and downs of the day, but Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley, I always felt like exposed, and we discuss like real life topics, like real life marriage stuff, like I don't always feel like having sex. I don't always feel like one of the things they talked about on there, which was so relatable and I thought was so dope, is like DeVal feeling like, oh, I just didn't feel like she liked me. Like it's been times like within the early stages of our marriage, I'd be like, I think you love me, but I don't know if you like me all the time. And that's a real life feeling. A real marriage feeling. But again, we say all that to say that's why we give DeVal a chance, because
that's the reason we started watching the show. Yeah. To be honest. Because we heard he was on there. Your son going crazy again.
Yeah. He gonna just go crazy tonight.
Yeah, Run the World. I've not watched Run the World, but I also heard good things about that too, which I need to watch. Love them. I feel like the difference between being transparent and being borderline disrespectful.
Where you at?
Right here. I've never heard him. I don't know. I've never heard him be disrespectful. I'm gonna have to listen to what you're talking about, because I've never heard him be what I felt like was disrespectful. Marriage is work. It is. Put Old Boy from The Chi. I never watched The Chi either. I heard The Chi was good. That's the candies on The Chi.
Yeah, I never watched The Chi either.
One thing to say, your wife isn't into sex as much as you, but Kadeem spoke about going through postpartum depression and stuff at that time, so I just don't feel like that conversation was appropriate.
See, this funny you say that. We had some friends over. It was a couple weeks ago. It was in the last vlog. We talked about the vlog that just went up yesterday. We didn't show our friends over, but we actually went to one of our friends' kids' party, and then we had an impromptu after party at our house.
And it was parents and kids came over here.
And it was kind of like what kind of ended up happening was the kids were upstairs, the women, which are all friends, how all the men are friends with each other, because all the CC and her friends all went to college together. And then all the men, we kind of sat in the back and we all talked. And it was kind of like two of the men in our circle are their wives are pregnant. CC friends are pregnant, and we kind of talked about like some of the taboo stuff that I feel like men are not allowed to talk about, which is stuff like we aren't allowed to like feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like we've got to feel bad for being horny or stuff like that, or like she can't give you this, but you should be okay with it because she's pregnant and stuff like that. I feel like men, which I was doing Confessions of a Married Man. I think I hit on that topic a little bit, but it was kind of like stuff like men aren't allowed to. It's kind of like we feel we have to like subsidize our feelings because she's your wife or your significant other is pregnant, which I get to an extent, but it's still like we got feelings too. So I don't know exactly what you're talking about with that, but I think I know what you're talking about, and I think that's just him being pretty real and honest about like the vow talks about a lot of stuff that men feel within a marriage that most men don't speak of. Like I got friends or associates who spoke on stuff and be like, "You talk to your wife like that?" I was giving advice and I'm like, "Well, I'm feeling something. I'd go and tell you." But that's years. That took years to get there. Be like, "You say that?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." No, I would never say that. And I'm like, "Why?" Like, "Oh, because she gonna trip." Like, well, so you just gonna sit here upset and bothered and that which leads to cheating and whatever else because you don't speak on it.
Yeah.
To me, that was my rant. I'm done ranting.
I get what you're saying. That everything you go through is not for the world to know, and I understand too. And I feel like right here. So for us, I feel like we share a lot, but obviously we don't share every single thing. But we share a lot, and we created this platform for that reason, for the reason of, again, so many people feel like they're alone. I feel like when people say that like everything is not for the world to know, no, I agree with that, but at the same time, you feel sometimes when you're in a relationship, when you're by yourself, hell, you feel alone, like you're the only person that's going through these problems, when so many other people, could be the closest person to you, is also going through that problem. And maybe y'all can help each other out and talk about it together. Or even if you don't talk about it together, maybe it just makes you feel better to know that you're not the only person going crazy with this. And not to say that you want to see other people feeling bad, but you just want to know that you're not alone.
Which, and that's one, again, I keep feeling like I'm talking, we turn this into a devout conversation, but when I first, like, I didn't follow a ton of people on Instagram like that, but I remember seeing him and some of his reels and stuff like that back before reels was a thing, just like shorts. And I'm like, man, this is me. This is a former athlete who is thoroughly attracted to his wife, who got kids, and he's like, this is me. And some of the stuff he was expressing, and that's literally what attached me to him, because I was like, this, I feel like if me and this dude was to bump into each other at the gym, we'd be gym bros. Like,
and that's what I just, that's like one of my whole things. And I see where Sherry says no one talks about the reality of marriage, and I feel like people have become more comfortable talking about like, oh, marriage is hard, marriage is this, but I feel like they kind of stop at that sentence, like, oh, marriage is hard, or marriage, like, what does that mean though? What exactly does that mean? And I feel like when we first heard or first like got into the two of them kind of speaking about things, it was like, this is what that means. Like these little intricate conversations that you could be having with your significant other, or these intricate situations that you're having, it's like no one talks about that. No one wants to talk about sex in a marriage. No one wants to, no one wants to have those intimate conversations. I haven't even had those. Well, some of them, yeah. I was gonna say I barely have those conversations with my friends because I feel like everyone kind of no one wants to share that.
Nobody wants to feel like they're failing in their marriage. Like nobody wants to feel like, or
their marriage is weird. or their interactions with their partner are weird, or they're doing something wrong, even if it's unconscious. I just feel like people don't understand that sharing that stuff can sometimes help. So people normally only want to hear the sunshine and roses when it's not that it's disrespectful. Yeah, and I agree. There's a way you have to, especially if you're going to put it on a public platform. There's a way you should probably go about it. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like we've had like conversations about like some of our missteps in our relationship. Like, how do we've had like doing Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley topics and stuff like that? Like, how do we address this, but not make it
completely about us,
yeah,
or like completely tell, and we've shared a lot on this platform. I feel like we've shared a lot with you guys, some real stuff that we've been through, and I probably wouldn't share it while we're like, if it was something that we were
in the midst
through,
of going through.
Yeah, I'd probably got over it and healed from it, and then it can tell you maybe the lesson I learned from it. But I mean, it's just, yeah. Already a sensitive time. Now, she was still going through it. Maybe that was bad timing. I could agree with you there if she was still going through postpartum. Generation overshares way too much. See,
our generation does?
Yeah.
Where we at?
This generation overshares way too much. I go back and forth with that because, when I hear that, I hear grandmothers saying, what happens in this house stays
not
in
even grandmother's mother.
Or even mothers saying what happens in this house stays in this house. And as soon as I hear that, what goes through my mind for some reason, and this never happened to me, but what goes through my mind for some reason is some like uncle molesting one of the kids in the family, and you're like, oh, what happens in this house stays in this house. And we never call the police on the uncle. He's still at the family functions, but we're just like, watch the kids, don't let the kids go by, uncle such and such. That is what runs through my mind. And again, I don't have a personal firsthand situation, but I guess maybe it's just from TV and maybe stories I heard. I don't have a firsthand a firsthand situation with this, but that is what goes through my mind when I hear that. And I'd rather be an oversharer with everyone else and with my kids than to keep things in. And I just
see. I read that a little differently. See, I think this generation, we talk about that, which I don't know if it's always a good thing. Everybody got a platform, which I don't always think is a good thing, that everybody has a platform to speak on, whatever. But at the same time, I feel like how you use your platform is important too. Like, I'm not a big fan of like Instagram, like stunting. I don't know if I'm dating myself with using the word stunning, but Instagram stunning.
We all know you old. Okay.
But I am a fan of like when you say overshare, when we talk about overshare, like I feel like it's so much stuff that is not shared. Like when we do our housing videos or tips to buying a house, like nobody talks about that stuff, or investment tips,
salaries,
or stuff like that. Like nobody talks about that stuff because it's kind of like taboo. Like, oh, you ain't supposed to talk about that. Oh, you ain't supposed to be talking about how much you pay for your house. Or you ain't supposed to be talking about how much money you make. Or you ain't supposed to be talking about how to get the best deal on a car.
That's the whole reason why why everybody looking up like, oh, wait, you make this much, you make this much, or we paid this much. How much did you pay? That's the whole reason why there is pay discrimination out here and stuff like that, and pay discrepancies between people, between Black women and white men and white women and Latino women. That's the whole reason there's discrepancies out here, is because we haven't shared and we've been taught that this stuff is so taboo and you can't talk about this. For the longest time, when I was growing up, I thought it was, I thought you weren't supposed to talk about it. I thought that was like illegal or something. Not illegal, but like I thought it was like frowned upon.
My last job still told me that when I would get my salary increases, they would give me my merit increase and say, please don't discuss this with your fellow general managers.
Discuss that shit. Discuss that shit. Like, don't. For like I said, before I got into HR, I thought that was freaking illegal or something, or just against the company, every company's policy. I had no idea that was just something that people said so that people wouldn't discuss. And then, like, I feel like stuff like that. That's the whole reason we can't get ahead, because
I was just about to say, even more than just salary, advancement period.
Yeah.
Like just period. Like people be like people like working out in the gym, like, oh bro, hey bro, what's your workout tips? Or what you like, I'm gonna sell them to you, but I'm not just gonna be like, hey, I ain't telling you. I don't want you to know. Like we all in this race called life together. Let's if I can do a little bit to help you come along, then come on, dog. Let's get there together. It's a whole lot of world out here. It's a whole lot of land for sale. Let's all get it.
That's exactly how I feel, and that's exactly why I make the videos that I make on my channel, showing y'all how I interview and, you know, salary tips and talking about like where I work and what I do, because I figured all this shit out on my own.
Yeah.
I didn't know none of this. I figured it all out on my own, and with a little bit of help, maybe I could have been even further up the chain, you know? I don't know. Like I figured everything out. I researched it. I figured it out through trial and error. And if I can help the next person, I will be happy to do so. If my missteps, if, you know, me snapping at him and then us arguing it out and learning a lesson at the end could help you in your marriage, I'm happy to share.
Or being like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You need to save. You want to buy a $200,000 house? You need to probably save up about $40,000. We put down for down payment. That shit people don't talk about. You just don't know. Like, what's the exact money? What number? What's target am I shooting for if I'm looking for this?
What's gonna be my monthly payment? What might be my monthly payment if I bought this house, you know, in your neighborhood? What would my monthly payment be? Like, help me out.
How do I get my credit score here? What did you do to get your credit score from here to here? Like stuff like that. Like I know, like my mother's generation did not talk about that. I never heard about that. And maybe, like I said, again, people got a platform to be able to talk about it now. So when we talk about, again, oversharing, Instagram clout, I'm not a fan of, and being like flossing in front of like cars that ain't yours or something that you rented. I'm not down with that at all. But like the advancement of people, let's share as much as possible. That's how I feel about it.
It also just shows you also what's possible, because maybe you grew up and all you saw in your family was like broken homes and divorces, and like maybe that's all you saw. Maybe you didn't see a healthy marriage or a relationship. So to see regular people, I guess,
like that look like you,
that look like you have this healthy marriage and this,
or living in a nicer developed house area, or living like, or having the same background that you got, and you're like, oh, I can get there. I
can do that. That's one of the things that we used to talk about when we like first bought our first house, and he'd be like, I've never seen, like, because I'd be like, well, this is a great starter home. And he used to be like, nobody has a starter home like this. I've never seen anybody with a starter home like this. And I'm like, I haven't either, but
we create our own. We create our own new norms.
And he was like, it was like, so just to be able to see what's possible is also helpful, I feel. Your son going in up there acting the fool.
Let's go up a little bit. We got behind. Where we at? Oh.
They talking about the shy. I think we was up a little bit per. Maybe. Oh, sorry. Oh no, that's where we was at because we did that. Okay.
The shy was good. No, I'm not saying they shouldn't talk about. I did a whole video about PPD, postpartum depression, with my daughter, dad. It's about the timing. Having a conversation publicly while she's going through it is different. Was she going through it? Was she going through it with the new baby? Because I know they just had a baby. Is she going through it with the new baby? I didn't, because I haven't. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched.
Yeah, that I don't know.
I haven't watched. What you doing?
Nothing.
I haven't watched anything recently. I know I'll be watching they shorts that come up on YouTube with them working out. I know they're working with her to get her. She's trying to get back in shape, but I haven't watched. Because I know they haven't, the podcast was on pause for a minute. At least I thought they hadn't filmed it.
They came back though.
Okay, so
real quick, thank you, D. Appreciate that. But I didn't know we had that turned on. Thank you.
But yeah, then like I said, I don't know. As somebody who suffered from PPD, not PTSD. I'm sorry, PTSD. I'm saying PPD, PTSD. That is when you're mentally like effed up is the best way to say that. It is. That's, like I said, I don't know the context, so I don't want to speak on it. So I'm gonna go back and catch up on what's going on that.
Have the conversation with your wife alone. if she's going through it, if at that moment, that I do agree with. So just said it to your wife, not on a public platform.
A lot of men are afraid of confrontation. I think that not even just men like within a relationship, even in a marriage. I know all my friends be like, not all my friends, because I ain't trying to put all my friends on blast just in case they wives or whatever come across this video. But I feel like we have gotten to a space, and it's a space that I wish more couples get to. It's probably annoying to her at times, but I feel like I'm overly expressive of the things that I expect or want from Cece. Like, to the point where it probably get on her nerves at times. But at the same time, she can never say, you didn't tell me how you felt. Am I wrong? Mm-hmm. Or you never told me that, or you never talked about that, or you never expressed that. So like, if I was to just bounce, if I bounce in a year, she'd be like, oh, I never knew you was feeling like that. Well, I've been telling you this. Or when we have some of our late night conversations that y'all ain't a part of, from our late night arguments or whatever, and I'd be like, I've been saying this for weeks, or I've been saying this for months, and you ain't been hearing me. And all she can say is, you right. You have been.
Share in a healthy way. Why are you keep going?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you doing? Oh. Share in a healthy way. You are respectful with what you talk about in the boundary. Yeah, we definitely try to keep boundaries. I think that's very important, especially when you are on a public platform for everyone to comment on. You have to have some kind of boundaries. I feel like for some people, especially some people that like their whole goal, like I think their goal from the beginning in making a YouTube channel or whatever was to be an actor, be actors. That's how they wanted to get discovered. So, I mean, obviously, I think their stuff is a little probably more exaggerated than ours. Our goals are not to be actors. But
or even to be like per se YouTube famous. Will we like a few more followers? Of course.
Send your friends our way, girl. Send them our way. No.
Tell your friends pull up. Yeah,
but yeah, I think their entire goal was to be actors.
Well, Deval's goal was to be an actor.
I think hers is too.
She followed his dream.
She's been on a few shows.
She's been on, but his dream was to be an actor after he got out of the NFL. His dream was to be an actor. She was following his dream, but
I think that's hers too. She just kept getting pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah, because she was on a few shows. So I think like that's their whole goal. So they're gonna be a little more exaggerated, but I think you have to have some of that. You do have to have boundaries when you're on a public platform for everyone to see. Y'all will never see me beefing with him or anybody else for that matter, like on Instagram or anything like that. You will never see us doing that. You just won't. So I guess when I hear people say like keep some stuff private, that will always be private. I can guarantee you that.
You'll never see our argument on Facebook. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friends and I, as we hang out, we talk about our issues in a healthy way, and we do the same. Like you said, everybody was over here last weekend, and we all had really good conversation. It was like the men on one side of the basement, the women on the other, and we all had really good conversation, just talking about different things. I think they were talking about us a little more than we were talking about them, because I was trying to listen in a little bit. But yeah, it's nice when you can hear others' perspectives going through the same things that you're going through, and then maybe they have a different perspective from you, or maybe you can say, well, damn, my husband ain't that bad. Like, maybe you can say that when you hear their stories. I don't know. And no one wants to hear someone doing bad, but I think it's just human nature to be happy that someone is at least with you or understand you, and you're not the only person that this crazy shit is happening to. We ain't even about to get through that.
I don't know.
We ain't even making it through that.
We'll talk about it next time.
Something about salaries. Being a Black woman in leadership, I'm open. Same with me. I will tell people what I make, and not to be like boastful or anything. But if someone comes to me and asks me, "Hey, well, what do you make in this position?" I will tell any and everybody. One, because I work damn hard to get here, and I'm proud. And two, because I want you to know, because I had no idea making the money that I make was possible. I had no idea that that was possible in HR, in the field that I chose. That was, I should say, I had no idea that that was possible at the level that I'm at with the field that I chose. And so I just didn't know what money was out here. And it took for me to get a couple of jobs, to do a little research to figure it out. And just not a lot of people do that or know.
My husband and I was just talking about this subject. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like I will, and y'all, I've been saying this, ladies, bring your husband to the chats so we can talk. But I feel like I would love to have like one of these like this with like y'all and y'all significant other, and we can kind of talk about some things. I think that would be like a great conversation, a great space, because it's stuff that I definitely think that me and Cece have a different perspective or view on things that everybody don't share with, at least because we've had that conversation within our circle, our men's circles. And so, but I think what? Conversation, huh?
Like what?
Like your shopping addiction one.
My shopping addiction?
Yeah, because all your friends don't have that. So
whatever. Like, you ain't just buy shoes today.
What that got to do with your shopping addiction? So
I don't have no shopping addiction.
You do have a shopping addiction, but it's okay. I've accepted that. But I'm just saying, you asked me, I answered the question. But and again, I think fluid conversation within relationships and marriage, and how people address certain things, or how like healthy, like we're gonna do a video soon again on healthy arguments, like learning how to argue healthy and stuff like that. I feel like that's the type of stuff that couples don't talk about. Like, if you don't argue about stuff, more likely you ain't being real in a relationship. Like, but there's a right and a wrong way to argue.
Because he get on my nerves a lot, y'all. A whole lot. Same with VA benefits. Use my VA loan, a new build. I saw that in your card, Whitney. Benefits for you and your spouse and credit cards. We have to share those. Yes. All the people just don't know what's out here. They just don't. And I mean, I feel like I am obligated to help share what I know with other people. Like, it was to the point where, y'all know, I do career consultations for people, and I love doing them. I love talking to people about that. It's definitely my passion. And it was to the point where several people had to push me to charge for them, because I was doing the shit for free already. And not that I don't mind doing it for free, but also at the same time, you know, I am giving a service that I should be paid for. And so it's like people had to push me to do that, because I feel so passionate about that situation. Like, just pulling the next person up and helping the next person, whether you got help from somebody else or not. I feel like once you have figured it out a little bit, it is up to us to help the next people, because again, it don't always have to be hard. You know, we don't always have to make it hard for everybody else, or say, oh, well, because nobody helped me. Yeah, because nobody helped me, you know, you should be fine and be able to figure it out. Like, it don't always have to be like that.
Appreciate it again, Remedy. I know she just had a baby, but I didn't know she was going through postpartum depression with this baby, with the new baby. I thought it might have been something. I know they were struggling with the first two babies with what was his name? What's that name?
I can't remember.
But I know she was struggling with the first two babies, but I didn't realize that she was going through.
One was an oops baby.
Yeah,
they close like Brian. Yeah. Like Brian and Morgan. Every time I tell people, I'm like, yeah, they're 13 months apart. An 8-year-old and a 7-year-old. My baby was 5. I found out I was, or 5 months. I found out I was pregnant again.
So when I speak of oversharing, I think about people that share intimate details of their bedroom escapades or posting every single meal of their day, unless you have a health and nutrition channel.
I can understand that because sometimes I get tired of seeing people's posts about it. I'll be like, okay, sir, what'd you tell me this for? I can understand
that. I can understand.
Deal with in-laws and boundaries. You allow them to come over whenever, or does it have to be discussed?
We did a video on that with 2 years. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah. Well, about coming over our house, I mean, my parents will pop up. His mom and sister have popped up. Probably not as much as my parents. My parents will pop up. Like the other day, they just called and was like, "Hey, we'll be there in 5 minutes. We bought the kids ice cream," and they'll just bring.
And I was like, but it's also respecting because the kids ate a little bit of ice cream, and I was like, it was close to bedtime, and it was cool. I mean, as long as they ain't mom pops ain't trying to pop up at like 11 o'clock in his bedtime, we here, we ain't doing shit.
That's the thing. Yeah, we don't really care about that stuff.
Like now, Will, my boy called me and be like, "Hey, I'm up the road at the mall. You at the house? Yeah, I'm coming over." I'm like, "All right, good."
Is that what he did last week?
Yeah. No, he called me about. He asked me what I was doing tonight. Oh, and it was like 5 o'clock, and
he was like, setting us up. He knew what he was saying over there.
But we don't really care about per se like pop-ups. I mean, don't just pull up by my house and be like, I'm outside.
My mom has done that before.
But for the most part, our parents call and be like, we like 5-10 minutes away. We got kids. I feel like it would be different if it was just us. Yeah. And maybe we was like, I don't know. But we got kids. It's between the hours of 9 a.m.
And they sure ain't coming to see us. They're coming to see them kids.
9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Ain't nothing. It's a circus in here. So you want to come be part of the circus? Come be part of the circus. So
like in-laws can be tricky. I think we have. I mean, I also think it's different. I say this. I feel like it's different from depending on when you get married and what stage of your life you're in, or when you get into that relationship. Because I feel like if I've been single until I was 35, and then I meet somebody, and all of a sudden now your mama popping up, I'm like, why is she popping up in my house? Like, what is happening? But I mean, I also feel like we're a little different because you guys got to think we've been together since
21 and 25.
Yeah, I was 21 years old. I wasn't even living by myself. Like I was still living with my parents.
Her dad popped up in my house while we was dating.
He did. Because I didn't answer the phone. I didn't answer the phone because we were sleeping. Literally, it was the middle of the day, but we were just sleeping, and I didn't answer the phone. And he had called me like 30 times. I guess the day before I told him I was coming to church, and I didn't make it to church. And so I don't know. I just didn't call it, tell him I wasn't gonna make it because I was like 23 years old, and I'm not gonna adult. But I just didn't call him and tell him I wasn't gonna make it. And he like called me like 40 times. So when I woke up, I had all these missed calls.
He wasn't just woke up, but he like had called like 10 times in a row. And I go look out the window, like your dad is pulling off from the house.
Yeah, I had all of these calls and text messages, and I'm like, what? Why would he call me so many times? And once we woke up and he saw my dad, like my dad had a Hummer truck at the time, and he was like pulling off from his apartment. And he was like, I think your dad just drove off. And I was like,
because I had heard that because the doorbell had rang. Like I was like, is that my doorbell? Like nobody just popped up in my house.
And so I call him back, and he let my dad I'm like, Dad, why did you call me so many times? Like, Cece, where the hell you been? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, you said you was coming to church. You didn't come to church. I thought something happened to you. And I'm like, Dad, we were literally just asleep. Like, calm down. Like, man. But yeah, in-laws, I think we've been together for so long, so it doesn't really bother us. I'm like, hell, you want to come over here, help sit down and watch these kids?
Right.
Come on.
I like that you are open, Mark. My hubby keeps things in a lot. I'm the speaker in our home, and I have to force him to open up. I wasn't always the speaker. We had conversations like, what was I gonna say? That was like a 5-6 year in the making. Because I would do this, I would have this thing where I would hold stuff in and hold it in and hold it in and hold it in. And we would like have an argument, and I'll let shit out from like 3-4 months past, like shit that happened like 4 months ago. And I would let it all out. And she'd be like, well, why you ain't never told me this?
What the hell you talking about? I can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone you trying to bring up stuff from the past.
So, and I would like spaz out from like shit like 3-4 months ago and shit that happened, and like be tying in to something that happened today, something that happened 3 weeks ago, something that had 3 months ago. So now I'm just like fluid. I'm like diarrhea at the mouth with stuff. Like I might wake up the next day and speak on something she did yesterday, and she'd be like, oh, okay.
Well, we also have our well, we ain't been having them lately, but we also were having our relationship one-on-ones where we would do every other week. We would sit down and talk about maybe anything that didn't come up during the week that we wanted to discuss, and that we just wanted to make sure the other person was good. So we would talk about that stuff too. And that happened every other Sunday. And I think that was really good because we were able to bring some of that stuff up and say, hey, you know, I didn't really say anything, but I just want to let you know
that this made me mad.
This kind of.
I feel like people don't like to talk about that stuff in their marriage or relationship because they feel like they're gonna make the other person feel some kind of way, even though they feeling some kind of way themselves. So like you holding that stuff in ain't doing nothing, but because people internally, naturally, just you build up anxiety. I mean, animosity is the word, not anxiety. Animosity. You every time somebody does something to you and you don't speak on it and they don't change it. Little by little, you're building you're building animosity towards them, and you start to show it in small ways. Maybe you don't do something that you always done, and it comes off. It starts feeling like that's how I feel like that's how relationships start to strain over years, and I don't ever want to get there here because if we ever break up, or you gonna know why I'm leaving you. It ain't gonna just be random.
You go, girl. Thank you, Harold. Got my man right here too. He watches y'all with me. Look at you. You got a friend buzzing off that Martha. It is a little. I have drank half the bottle here. I'll be messing with y'all and just be drinking a whole bottle of wine, sitting here talking to y'all.
I don't even remember what we was being petty about.
When you said I had a shopping addiction, I remember.
Oh, you do have a shopping addiction. That was dude. We've talked about Klarna payments before. Let's just say we had a discussion about the discussion off of that the other day about Klarna.
Ain't wrong with Klarna.
And
today, got Klarna, I'm paying with Klarna.
Today she bought something and she was like, "Shop." No, it's $85. Buy it, dude. Like, no more Klarna payments. I don't want to die. It's like it's like the death of a million like paper cuts. I'd be like, dude, buy it. Stop putting all this shit on Klarna. If you're gonna buy it, buy it. If it's under $100, if it's $100 or under, buy it.
I'll Klarna something in a minute. It'll be $25. Like, Klarna me, please. Appreciate you guys. Come to Vegas. Hot wings on me. Let's go, Harold. When we going to Vegas?
My fault. No, you passed up one though.
You didn't pay? No, I didn't. Harold said he buying us hot wings in Vegas.
Let's go.
We've been talking about when we gonna get back to Vegas too.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago for me. I've been to Vegas 2 years. She ain't been together in a while. We was gonna go.
We went in 2019. Oh, but you went in 2020.
That's what I said. 2
years
ago.
We went with Will and Anita in 2019. Yeah. Well, we
was gonna go this year. I was talking about taking her to Vegas for her birthday. We kicked it around. She was like, she was gonna go to Vegas with her friends. She was gonna go to Vegas with her friends. I was like, all right, well, if you're gonna go to Vegas with your friends, we'll just do Bellamere Suites. Y'all saw us go to Bellamere Suites. And then our friends did not go to Vegas. I was like, I told you I was gonna take you to Vegas for your birthday.
Going to Vegas for my damn self.
I was gonna take her to Vegas for her birthday.
They do too much. Her friend said her and her hubby don't argue. I was like, who that sound like? Who that sound like?
That was some years ago. That was some years ago. But
they don't argue.
They don't have. We had a friend some years back. We had like a relationship like.
It was on New Year's Eve. We like invited all these couples, and we stayed at a hotel.
And we had a good time. Yeah, we talked about we was all early on in our marriages and relationships and stuff, and just kind of putting it all out there. And it was like this one couple that just was like, well, she say one female in the couple, and you're like, we don't have any problems. I'm like, oh, all right. Okay.
She did say that. Everybody just looked like, okay, girl. Okay. Okay, whatever you say, girl. Girl, bye. I feel you. I don't want to mess up your name. Kayan Ford. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
We up here though.
I know. To leave CC alone, I think shopping is in most women's DNA. Exactly. I don't even shop that much for real. I don't.
Y'all, so CC took this job, right? And she was like, which I'm not mad at her. It was giving her an extra like stipend to go buy stuff. Like she had a like here go some money to go buy stuff for your office. She like literally moved her start date up because if she didn't start in March, she wouldn't have got that credit. Just so she could go buy stuff. Just she buying like notebooks. And I'm like, dude, you don't even need.
Okay, so look, if you started work in March, they were giving you a $750 credit to deck out your home office. I've already done that, but they're gonna give me money. I'm gonna take it. That's all I'm saying.
CC be like, CC does. This is why I say CC has a shop. Not even that. This is why I say CC. CC want to shop for me. Like she'll be like, oh, she might hear me like mention like one thing. Like I might say something like, oh, my back hurts sitting in the shop. I can buy you a backrest. I'm like, I don't need a backrest. I'm good.
Yes, you do. That's why you said that.
And not. Maybe I just slept wrong the night before it. Or I could be like, oh man, these gloves is just they wearing out on me or something.
There's new ones will be here at 5. Amazon delivers same day.
I'd be like, I don't need that. No, I don't. Like, she wants to shop for me. I'm like, I don't need that, dude.
So what? That she always trying to catch up with DeVal.
Who?
Okay. In-laws gotta love them.
I actually do love my in-laws.
Look, if we gonna ask them to babysit and take the kids all the time, gotta take the good with the bad. Okay.
I actually love my in-laws. Like I said, my in-laws are dope. Mom and pops are dope. So I see my mother. I see my mother-in-law every single day. I was at least 4 or 5 days of the week. I see my mother-in-law.
Yeah, because we gotta drop the kids off. Well, I pick them up most days. I do. I ain't go not this week.
2 maybe you might get the kids. Maybe you might get Queez 2 days out of the week.
Whatever. What can I do if we go out to eat and we have nothing to talk about? Been together for 20 years. I think you gotta find common interest. I think that's
20
what
years though. You should have a common interest in 20
No,
years.
you should, but what do we always talk about when we talk about like people who maybe didn't cultivate their relationship or something, like when they had kids that were younger because all they talked about were the kids, or maybe whatever common interest.
I don't know. We always try to speak on about that because I don't know.
Well, I don't either, but we always try to keep some type of common interest. So I think but that's the reason that we like to watch TV shows together, or we like to, but I think we do things together. So we give us stuff to talk about. So we love to watch.
And I'll say mine.
Well, we like to watch TV shows together, and I think that gives us stuff to talk about. Not only does it give us the TV show to talk about, but I think when you do talk about, like when you do have TV shows and talk about TV shows, it also sparks bigger conversations. Well, what would you have done in that situation? Or what would we have done in that situation? Stuff like that. I think also we do, we go to the gym together so we can talk about things like that. So we try to keep the friendship part of our relationship alive.
That's what I'm about to talk about. So that's me. That's where I am in our marriage, and how I view our marriage is I love my kids to death. I got 4 of them. I love my mother. I got 1. Love my sister. I got 1. I got 1 wife. My kids eventually gonna grow older, and they gonna go off and they gonna do them. They gonna get their husbands. They gonna get their wives. My mother is my mother. My sister got her life. There's only one person I told God I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. So I'm gonna do everything I can to keep this relationship going. So like even within our marriage with our kids, like I'm gonna always do things relevant with her to keep our relationship fluid, like she said, either working out or
traveling,
or like I'm gonna always make time to make this work, because if I don't make this work, then everything else in my life can just get it. Not that she can't get up and walk away from me. She can. But this is the thing that I told just the person that I told God that I'm gonna get the rest of my life to, and that's my intentions, is to give, no matter how rough it get, we're gonna figure it out.
And it's sometimes it does get hard, especially when you like. I feel like also if you have like some deeper issues or some resentment there, sometimes it does get hard. But that's why we try to communicate each other to death and make sure that we have those issues out in the open. So when we do get a night out, it's a good night. It's a smooth night.
And if it's not, we're gonna talk about it the next day. Yeah. Why did the night end up like this?
Yeah.
What happened? Or we're gonna talk about it that night. What happened? Why are we here? How did we get to this space tonight or last night? Why are we here?
Sometimes you finding babysitters, you gotta make the most of that night, and if something ain't go right, you gotta figure out what happened. Should I treat family members who never come over then all of a sudden want to come over? I mean, look, I try not to let stuff, it depends on what they want when they want to come over. Now, if they're trying to borrow money or something, that's different. But I try not to let things bother me. Like if I had a family member all of a sudden interested in coming over, I mean, I don't know that would truly bother me. I'm super easygoing, y'all. I'm like, when it comes to probably 90% of things, I'm super easygoing. And it's like, I don't give you want to come over here and what you want to do, see the house, see the kids, whatever, and you never come over, I don't care. Like that does not bother me personally.
What now, my token off, my piggyback off of that would be, do I gotta be fake? Do I not like you? Because if I don't like you and I gotta be fake, now we have a different conversation.
If I don't like you, I probably would just tell you we're not homers, but then I probably not want you to come over.
Yeah.
If I don't like you, but if I just don't feel a certain way, any type of way about you, and you like, oh, out the blue, oh, I want to come over, unless I think you're gonna rob me or something, like
I don't care.
Come over, yeah.
We pretty easy going over here.
Allowed to pop on me and my favorite sister, my kids, and my grandbaby. I've never been one to really care about pop-ups. Why you keep putting that on?
Oh, you're
doing
right.
that. Yeah. It don't matter.
Yeah.
We would go. So look, y'all kept us talking. Okay, we had a whole agenda. We was gonna go through look at, because we have not looked at the wedding cost with the numbers that we have right now, or the final budget. So we were going to kind of go through all that
of what a destination wedding actually costs.
But we'll do that in 2 weeks, because y'all have been hitting us with some good questions here. But I never really been one to mind pop-ups. You want to come over? I don't care.
Like I said, we ain't. Like I said, it would be different. I feel like if it was just us, but we got 4 kids. We ain't more like, please come entertain these kids, because they driving me crazy.
It ain't like in the middle of the day we're like having sex on the countertop or something. I'm like, oh, you interrupted that. No, there's children down here messing up my house.
Pops pulled up with the blinking. He did. He literally did. He rang a doorbell like 4 times. He was.
I didn't hear him ring the doorbell. I was asleep.
I look out the window. I'm like, see your dad outside. He was not playing.
You can't find me.
Afterpay me. Oh my God.
Afterpay me.
I literally have
Klarna, PayPal, paying for whatever you got. I'm using it.
So since I did a deep dive on our financials about a month ago, and since then I've made, like, every week I'm like, what do you got coming up on Klarna? What do you have coming up on Afterpay? I need a breakdown on when it's coming out, because this one right here.
He forced me to go through everything the other day. It was like 6 more payments, but it was the last payment for like 4 of them.
It was 2 of them. It wasn't like 4. It was like 2.
It was most of them.
Thank you again, Miss Ford.
I got you. We coming to Vegas for real, Harold. We're gonna find you.
I love a good Vegas trip.
I miss Vegas so much.
Last time we went to Vegas, we were supposed to do the damn ride, and we fucking locked. I don't know if we ever told you about this. We bought these. We stayed at the Venetian, and we were supposed to do the
I fully support paying $8.95 over 4 months. That shit just made me laugh. Agreed.
We're supposed to do the what's that ride called?
Oh, the gondola
ride
at the Venetian.
So we get down there and we try to do like, where y'all ticket? I'm like, oh fuck, we left the tickets up in the room. So we run back up. We cannot find these fucking tickets. I fucking locked this. We had locked the
You
ticket.
locked them in the safe. You're the only one who used the safe.
I do use the safe. I locked the safe. I locked my jewelry in the safe in Mexico. They had to go open it.
We could not find these gondola tickets. It's like $40 to get on a gondola in Vegas, and he locked the tickets in the safe.
I did.
That Vegas trip was fun.
It was. You blew all that money.
I lost so much money on the blackjack table. So much money. I couldn't win for shit, except for when you made me get up. Will gave me that $20, and I was about to win all our money back.
You made $25, $30.
I was about to win all our money back.
I made more money on the crap table that night than you made the whole trip. I was
on a hot streak.
CC don't know how to get up from Vegas. You thought, y'all, that's a tough. Like me, I do shit in Vegas. Like me, we basically offset each other when we go gamble. Because I do shit like, oh, I won $500. I get up. CC be like, oh, I won $500 on my back. So we like, and then she'll lose like an extra 200. So I like balance this out because I know how, but
he's like, I'll take your money.
I'll
take your money.
My whole Vegas experience be like, I'm gonna let her gamble enough that we at least try to break even with my winnings and her fun. We at least try to break even. Because literally, we had an argument. It was like a year-long argument where she would be like, nobody goes to Vegas to win money. It's about having fun. I was like, what?
It is.
What are you talking about?
If you would go to Vegas and be like, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna pay off my house with my
you don't have to say that, but you literally like, that's the whole reason we put like $2,000-$3,000 aside so we can go out there and have fun. I'm like, I didn't go to Vegas to just give Vegas $3,000 of my money.
I don't want to, but if it happens, it happens.
It don't have to happen though. You allow it to happen.
It do. That blackjack table is like, it's a drug. We was in Punta Cana and we was playing.
Oh my god, yeah, and I balanced this out that night too. We both was gambling like $200. She like lost 100. I like won 100. She was like, oh, we can just keep. I'm like, no, we can go. We are even. We spent an hour in here. We can go.
Oh, I love that zip line. I'm skipping ahead, but I love that zip line. I love Vegas. I go every year. Same here. Yeah, we talked about that before. Like we talked about it in 2019. The last time we went, going on a long weekend trip to Vegas. And then the pandemic hit, and I was like, oh, okay.
Because we haven't ever been able to go out and do everything I want to do versus what she want to do. So it will be nice to get out there. Like I want to get out there like a Wednesday and leave like a Monday. That would be like I feel like we would have Vegas.
You'd be broke.
But that's the thing. Like I want to do more than just gamble. You CC be like, oh, let's go hit this one. Let's go downtown and gamble. I'll be like, can we go to?
Oh yeah, let's go to the Stratosphere and gamble.
Yeah, I'll be like, can we go see the dam or the
Hoover Dam.
The Hoover Dam, or can we go for a helicopter ride? What are we gonna do that for?
I'll be on that blackjack table going nuts, man. I don't gamble here. Like I can't gamble in Cleveland because I feel like if I'm gambling in Cleveland, I just feel like that's my mortgage money or something that I'm gambling away. It's a mental thing. But if I'm in Vegas or anywhere else, honestly, we were just in Toledo, 2 hours away last month for my birthday, and I was like,
yeah.
I didn't want to get up from that table.
Yeah.
They're lucky they called our table for our dinner.
Get that money. CC tell Mark shopping relieves stress.
It really does. It really, really does.
It doesn't for me.
It does for me.
I bet it does. CC, like, I don't think, see, this is the thing. I ain't gonna hit on this because we only got 15 minutes and we out of here, y'all. But CC, like, be like, she, like, goes to Target, like, with no intent, like, has no reason to go in Target, but just goes there so she can, like, She says Target tells her what to buy, or she'd be like, "You need."
I go every Sunday.
She'd be like, well, you don't know what you need if you don't go shopping. And I'd be like, I do know what I need, because you know what happens? I'd be like, oh, I'm out of lotion. I need lotion. I'm out of toothpaste. I need toothpaste. I'm out of this. I need this. There's never been a time that I was like, oh, you know what? I don't know what I need. I should go to the store so the store can tell me what I need.
I go to Target.
I've never done that.
I do my Sunday walk through Target. It happens either Sunday or Saturday, one of the weekend days. I do my weekly walk through Target. I just see what they have, see what kind of new things are there. I pick up some things, and I have a good time. I have my Starbucks. I walk through Target. I go by myself, and it's really a therapeutic time for me.
And I allow her, and every Sunday, she'd be like, I'm about to go to Target. I'm like, what you need from Target? I don't know. I'm like, all right, baby, have a good time. And I'll see you in a couple hours. I don't gripe. I don't complain. I just say, go out. Go do you.
Technically, you were just griping and complaining, but when? I mean, just now.
No, I just say that you don't need anything. No, it's not. Griping and complaining would be like, babe, when you come home and you spent $300 at Target on, I'd be like, what?
It's not just for me though. It's for the house. It's for the family. I buy things for everyone.
Okay. That's when I just be like, and what do I be like? You had a good time, baby? I did. It was great. I'm like, okay, baby. Did you check the bank account before you swiped all this stuff?
Nope.
Okay.
I did not. It's not my job. It's yours. You should have known I was going to Target to spend money.
You better preach, Mark. I don't know what I was preaching about, but I definitely went on a couple of rants tonight, so thank you.
I gotta read that again. Yeah, fully support.
That's CC all day long.
It could be $10. I'd be like, Klarna me, please. I will pay this over the next 2 months. I do not care. If you're going to give me the opportunity to break up my payments into 4 interest-free, I'm going to do that.
This is the thing. Like, this is where it's so funny that we are here, because I used to be not that she's bad with money. We are together. We are good with money, but I'm better with money. But I have stuff like
you all right.
I didn't say I was. I just said I'm better with money.
What's this? Tennessee?
Yeah. But what I say is, I tell her, I'm like, you want to do Klarna? You want to do Afterpay? That's cool. We get paid every other Friday. Do it on a Friday where we get paid. CC do shit like on a random off Wednesday, on an off Wednesday that we get paid. I'm like, oh, I'm going to just Klarna this $400 payment. It's $100 random, $100 just that she ain't told me about or nothing. And just like, I'm like, oh shit, it's an extra $100 out of the account that I not account for. Oh yeah. Or I'll be like, hold on, why is the money coming out of our YouTube account? Why do we got 6 payments of Klarna payments coming out of our YouTube account?
That was an accident. I thought it was coming out of the main account. That was an accident. Vegas is always a blast. Yes. You cannot have a bad time in Vegas. I've never had a bad time in Vegas, ever. Took my daughter to Vegas for her 21st birthday, went ziplining. Love that freaking zipline.
I think I'm gonna do that for Mari, his 21st birthday. 7 years, I'm gonna take him to Vegas for his birthday. 7 years.
So like that zipline is so much fun in Old Vegas. You didn't do the one in Old Vegas. We did the one by the link.
Oh yeah.
So we've done the one by the link, and then I'm with my friends. That was like 12 years ago. And we did the one in Old Vegas, and I have the picture and everything. That was a good time. I was actually pregnant at that time. So
can you get the room at the Orleans Holds Casino?
Where is the Orleans Casino? The Orleans? Is that new? I can't lose money in my hometown. I'll risk it at somebody else's stuff. That's me all day. All day. I'm rich when I go out of town. Throw it in the bag.
Yeah.
I'm rich.
I wish my husband was here to listen to your chat with me. It's a good one. Thank you.
Y'all been asking some good questions today. You will never understand. Trust your wife. We always get y'all something. I do, because then I get you that good body wash. You using it right now.
I mean, that's a what does that got to do with it? I'm gonna buy me some body wash. I say thank you. I'd be like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
First of all, I didn't even know they had this line. It's called the Thick Line or something, and it's some really good men's body wash. They got a really nice men's body wash section. I went over there, I looked, and I got him some really nice body wash.
I appreciate it. I would have got body wash eventually.
He's ungrateful. He ungrateful.
I'm not ungrateful. I'm
yes, he is. He ungrateful.
I'm not. I appreciate it. It'd be like there's a lot of things that CC has turned me on to in these last 10 minutes. We get off at 11, y'all. And I'd be like, I wouldn't, if without CC, I probably wouldn't have got into it. Like her mother was just talking to her the other day because we asked Mom to keep the kids because we're gonna get our toes and nails done on Sunday. And Mom was like, well, why can't Marquise keep the kids? And CC was like, well, Marquise getting his toes and nails done too. And she was like, Marquise getting his toes done. And it's like without or his nails done. I got my toes done, but I didn't get it wasn't a regular thing. I didn't do it a regular, but she is I definitely will say outside of kicks, I didn't pamper myself outside of sneakers. I'll buy me a pair of kicks, but I didn't pamper myself outside of sneakers. And she has definitely introduced me to treat yourself. You work hard, and I think she
to take care of yourself.
I think she indulges a little much there, but I'll be like,
I'll treat myself, but I feel like that's more so taking care of yourself. You can go get your feet done. You can go get a manicure. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's cool, but you do other shit too.
I do. Like I said, I'll definitely treat myself, but I feel like a pedicure and a manicure is more so take care of yourself. And yes, you can do that yourself. Clearly, you can do whatever yourself, but I just feel like
it's a pampering thing.
Yeah, it is. Take care of yourself.
It's nice. Except for when I got the gel tips last year for my birthday. She's like, you ain't need gel now.
Not tips.
Gel now. Gel polish.
He got the clear gel polish.
She was like, you ain't need that. You didn't need that.
Because they were trying to overcharge it. What you need clear gel polish for?
It lasted a lot longer.
You could just repolish the clear yourself. You don't need clear gel. They got them with that. That's extra $10.
She's like, you did not need that. You didn't need that.
The hell you tell her you want clear gel polish?
She was like, it's gonna last. She's like, it's your birthday. It's gonna last long.
I bet she did.
I'm like, oh,
I bet she did. Yeah. I'm proud of my last shop. I went there to pick up a couple of thread. Oh, I have not tried my thread products yet, but I did pick up some thread products, and I have not tried them yet. So I'm looking forward to trying them. I'm gonna probably try them this week. Love watching you guys. My husband and I are sitting here with wine and beer. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at you. You got some people. You got some people.
That'd be my whole thing. See, sometimes I'll be like, some of the stuff I talk about on the channel, and she'd be like, that's okay. I'll be like, it's a predominantly woman channel. I know y'all here for CC. So I'll be like,
love you.
So I'll be like, some of the stuff I can't talk about, or I feel like it's not gonna go over well, especially some of the men stuff, I was just talking about with the sex and being pregnant and stuff like that. I'd be like, women aren't gonna relate to this, but I definitely appreciate the men chiming in and rocking with me and understanding, because that is two sides to the struggle. It ain't just a woman's struggle. Me and her talk about that. It ain't just a woman's struggle. We all out here.
I treat you good. You don't struggle.
Okay.
Next live, yes. So we do these every 2 weeks, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays.
Every other Thursday. We've been consistent. We only missed one this year because CC went and got drunk with her friends.
I didn't get that was when I went on that work thing.
What work thing?
Remember I went out with the supply chain.
Yeah, you came back. Well, that wasn't work. You're right, that was work, but you was supposed to still do it that Thursday.
I wasn't drunk.
Oh, I thought you were maybe it was the food thing. I can't remember.
No, I was just at a work event.
Okay.
And we went to we took the team out to a restaurant, and I got back late. But yeah, we've literally done it every other
Thursday.
It's been so much fun.
Since I think we've been dating back to last November. I think we've done these October, November. We took
we did all 4 weeks in Vlogmas, and then we started back the second week of January.
But I think we was doing it November too, though. I think so.
Whatever. So that Gonzaga got dropped. Is that for you?
First game in Sweet 16. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I actually won that. It was like a little. That's for me. That's a college basketball team. Gonzaga. You don't know who Gonzaga is?
No.
It's a college basketball team. The longest streak of team. The team with the longest streak of making it to the Sweet 16. And so I actually ain't been watching the tournament this year as much as I don't know. The Cavs are actually decent, so I don't have to be lottery watching because we won't be in the lottery this year for the first time since post LeBron. So I haven't been watching college basketball this much this year. But I did see Gonzaga got bounced.
There's a college named Gonzaga?
Gonzaga.
Where is it?
I forget where Gonzaga is located at, but yeah. They've produced a bunch of really good NBA players.
I'm gonna have to Google it.
You never heard of Gonzaga?
No.
Oh wow.
Well, there's a person. So that I caught this slide. Me too, Whitney. Watching all the replays. Purposely said 2 alarms. Thank you. I'm happy you caught it too because I was like, I swear we went to that post up or that PO box.
I was like, this looks like there's food in here.
And I was like, oh, I feel so bad. Like we went to that PO box and I felt awful because we didn't let this sit for 2 months.
No, it was like a month. It wasn't too.
Okay, well, a month.
Yeah.
If you ever for any of you guys, if you ever send us anything, just let us. Well,
she did let us know.
Apparently, you did let us. If we didn't respond, let us know again, and we'll go get it. The post office is really right up the street. I've just been being lazy and haven't went. I didn't think anything was in there.
Mark, my husband loves the shoes you got for your wedding. Oh! I'm gonna be rocking them in a week and a day from today.
That's kind of extra.
Wait until y'all gonna see the vlog. Y'all see me in the whole. Wait till y'all see the whole fit. I got this. I got the brim. I got the brim. I got the wait until y'all see the whole fit. The whole fit.
We just went and dropped our clothes off at the tailor this
morning.
Yeah,
I got the pants tailored so that I got my pants that I got. They like cut off at the ankle, so the shoe is gonna be the focus. Like people gonna notice the shoes. My mother-in-law even was like, "These is nice. She like I don't know what CC talking about. These is nice." CC the only person so far who don't think the shoe. She like they just extra. She the only person who ain't co-signing the shoes. So I appreciate that, fam.
Oh my God. Catch the replay, but I'll put your lives in my calendar. Yes, we've been extra consistent. So you guys come to Vegas like Dave Chappelle says, leave your kids at home. Oh, kids don't belong in Vegas.
Kids don't belong in Vegas. I definitely don't. Yeah, we don't.
Kids don't belong in
We don't
Vegas.
bring kids to Vegas.
They're lucky they're going to Mexico. In September. We got all their passports.
If we could figure out a way for the kids to stay in our in-laws suites, we would.
Oh, they're gonna be I already told my mama they're gonna be with you a lot of the time. So yeah. I'm on my honeymoon. I can't see them kids. I'm on my honeymoon.
I thought I had got the wrong P.O. box, but I'm glad y'all got them. Thank you again.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat one. I didn't eat tonight because I had a gym session tonight, so I didn't want to.
Put it on. Why is he still woke?
Because he queasy.
Y'all hear that boy? I had to out there. I love basketball.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Cavs, like I said, my Cavs are doing good this year, so I haven't had to be as enthralled, entrenched.
I don't have an answer for that.
These damn devices, I ain't even said nothing about.
Alexa be listening.
Oh, I kid y'all not. I'm gonna say this, and it's about to be 11 o'clock. These devices be listening to you. If y'all ain't know, y'all already know. But literally, I hadn't mentioned I hadn't seen an ad on my Facebook thing or nowhere for Taylor, nothing. I said when we and CC mentioned getting our clothes tailored, and automatically, like within like 6 hours of us talking, like just talking, I get like ads all on my Facebook timeline. Tailors.
It was so I saw this reel, and it was like I used to work at this major tech company, and she was like rhymes with, and it was Facebook. So she was like, something like that. And she was like, and all I gotta say is ... They've been listening. And then she kind of left it at that. And I was like, I know they do.
Yeah.
I know they do. Google Home, yeah. They all do. They all do.
Yeah.
And we got Alexas all up and through the house.
Like those. Let me try to skip over that. Them shoes is she actually one who gave me the idea. She like, you should get some loafers. Loafers would be good. Then I was like, oh,
I said like suede or velvet, whatever the texture is, loafers. It was like all the gold accents. I just wanted the just regular texture.
And she was like, oh, you should get, because I had like some regular like nicer. She like, you should get some loafers. And I was like, bet, loafers. Let's go loafers.
And he went and found the most extra loafers he could find on Amazon.
Oh yeah. All right, y'all. It's 11 o'clock. We've been on here for 2 hours.
Yeah, y'all been rocking with us. Thank you. Our baby's still up there hollering like he crazy. Y'all hear him? Ain't nothing wrong with him. He
I think his TV done went off because his timer was on the 2-hour timer.
Well, if he took his ass to sleep, you wouldn't know.
So I'm out, y'all. I'm about to go up here and get this baby together.
All right, y'all. So thank you guys so much for sitting on here with us for 2 hours. We love the conversation. As always, if there is any topics that you want us to hit in 2 weeks when we come back for a live, let us know down below in the comment section. And next video will be out on Sunday. So appreciate the love. Love you guys. Have a good night. Have a good week. Have a good 2 weeks. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Oh man, MJ just needs to let it out. MJ need to take his ass to sleep. That's what MJ need to do. MJ just be acting fool every night. It's like for the last week he been on one, like on one. But hopefully it's just a little quick phase and then we can get through it. But he been acting crazy. But love you guys and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.